Okay, so I'm going to go over the test here, starting with number 3. So the problem was, this is number 3, s over 1.5 equals 0.8. So in order to solve this, we have to undo the operation of dividing by 1.5 by multiplying both sides by 1.5. So let me select a different color here. And we'll say, okay, we're going to multiply both sides by 1.5 times 1.5 times 1.5. Okay, so when we do that, we can say that this cancels because 1.5 divided by 1.5, 1.5 divided by 1.5 is just equal to 1. So we have 1s equals, and 0.8 times 1.5, pull out your calculator and let's see if I, 1.5 times 0.8 equals 1.2. So I have that calculator. So we have 0.8 times 1.5 equals 1.2. So 1s equals 1.2 and s is equal to 1.2. This would be the right answer. Okay. Okay, this is number 9, and basically this is a polygon one where we have to sum up all of the angles, the internal angles, and they're equal to 360. So we start by having all of the angles on one side and the sum of the angles on the other. So we know that the sum of the angles is equal to 360. So we know that one half of the equation is 360. And the other half is adding up all of these angles. So 1/3 x, and we got to get this one too, plus x minus 10 plus x minus 20 plus 40. All right, now that we have that step done, we need to combine like terms. So we need to say, okay, x plus x, let me use a different color. So x plus x, so we need to add this, plus this, plus this. So we have 2 and 1/3 x, and we've got negative 20, negative 10, negative 20, and 40. So that's negative 30 plus 40, which is plus 10. Plus 10 is equal to 360. All right, then we need to undo the operation of addition by subtracting. So I'm going to use a different color again. And we're going to subtract 10 from both sides. And I'm going to write it up here. We've now got 2 and 1/3 x is equal to 350. Okay, let's make this an improper fraction. So to do that, we need to multiply 2 times 3, which is 6, and add 1 to it to make 7/3 x equals 350. All right, and now we're going to multiply each side by the reciprocal of 7/3, which is 3 over 7, in order to undo the operation of division. So 3/7 times both sides. You'll notice that on this side, 7 times 7 is just 1, or 7 divided by 7 is just 1, and 3 divided by 3 is just 1. So we have 1 over 1, which is just 1. So we have 1x, which is just x, equals 350 times 3 divided by 7. And we can say, okay, well, 35 divided by 7 is 5, times 10 is 50. So 350 can become 50, and 7 can become 1. So we have 50 times 3, which is 150. So x is equal to 150. All right, this is number 12. A 150-foot fence encloses a garden. What is the length of each side of the garden? So they've given us the side lengths along each side. So we know that the total of the side lengths is 150, and we have to sum up all the rest of the side lengths to equal that 150. So we can set up the equation as follows. We can say that 150 is equal to the rest of the side lengths, which is just 0.05x plus 2x plus x plus 45. All right. Now we need to do the same thing we did in the last problem. We need to combine like terms. So we'll say that 0.5x plus 2x plus x. We combine those terms and we get 3.5x. All right, and then we also have plus 45 and equals 150. Now we need to subtract 45 from both sides. So we do it like that. And we get that 105 equals 3.5x. Let's write it up here again so it's a little clearer. Okay, so we have 105 equals 3.5x. Now we need to divide both sides by 3.5. So 3.5, 3.5, and let's pull out our calculator. We have 1.105 divided by 3.5 is equal to 30. All right. So 105 divided by 3.5 is 30. So x equals 30. Okay, that's only part of the answer though, because the question asks what is the length of each side of the garden. So then we need to go in here and we can say, okay, one side is going to be 30. One side is going to be 2 times 30, which is 60. Another side is going to be half of 30, which is 15. And finally, the last side is just 45. We already knew that. So this is the actual answer here, where the side lengths are clearly shown. Okay, this is number 14. Use the table to write and solve an equation to find the number of cars, C, that a salesperson needs to sell in the 4th month so that the salesperson's mean number of cars sold per month is 10. So we've gotten some important information here, which is that the mean per month is equal to 10. So right now we've got several numbers. We've got 8, 9, 10, or I'm sorry, 12 and C. So to find the mean, we need to sum up the all the numbers and divide it by the total number of numbers that there are, which is 4. So since we have 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to divide by 4, right? So that's what we're going to divide by. And we have to add those numbers. So we have 8 plus 9 plus 12 plus C. And that would be the mean. That's equal to the mean, which is 10. So then we can solve for C. So now we're going to multiply both sides of this equation by 4. We can't do anything with these numbers until we have gotten rid of the division by 4. It's kind of the same as saying that all of these are times 1/4. We could write it as 8 plus 9 plus 12 plus C is multiplied times 1/4. That is equivalent to having it all over 1/4. So when it's multiplied by 1/4 or divided by 4, we have to multiply both sides of the equation by 4 in order to undo the division by 4. So to do that, change to green now. So to do that, I'm going to multiply both sides times 4. And it's 10 times 4 on this side. So then I'm going to rewrite it up here. So we have 8 plus 9 plus 12 plus C is equal to 40. And then, so 8 plus 9 is 17. 17 plus 12 is 29. We have 29 plus C equals 40. Subtract 29 from both sides. And we have C is equal to, well, 40 minus 29 is 11. So C is 11. And that, if you look back here at the original thing, 11 kind of makes sense. Like if we check back here, we would expect that, it's in the ballpark range of, that what would add up to be 10 if we divided it all by 4, because we've got 12 filling in 8. That would be, and then so 9 and 11 kind of balance each other out to make 10. So that's kind of what we would expect, and that's how you do it algebraically. All right.